As you know, Freeform is a new app from Apple to promote brainstorming and collaboration. Not only does Freeform offer many of the same features and functions as other familiar iWork apps, but it also provides new ways that users can interact with its infinite canvas, added files, scanned PDFs, and more. When I started exploring Freeform, so many ideas came to mind on how teachers and students can make use of this new platform. One of these ideas was to use the app as a way to manage workflow through a topic or unit by adding digital content that students and teachers can easily access. I personally would start by building sections of daily resources students would need to access each day of the unit. And the best part, these are resources I've already created and curated throughout my years of teaching. I don't necessarily have to make anything new. Then I would cover up every day but the first to manage the unit workflow and provide a collaborative view-only link for my students to easily access these resources. For example, our first day in a new unit is always spent exploring the vocabulary necessary to understand the content. Here, I added the unit vocab template in a view-only collaborative numbers for students to open, where students could copy the tab and paste it into their running numbers word wall they've built throughout the year. I also added brief instructions and a photo of what their completed word wall should look like. On the second day of the unit, I could uncover the Day 2 resources, which would include a link to a Google Doc students would need a copy of for an activity, as well as their unit notes in numbers they'll complete throughout the unit. Something really neat about Freeform is that I can import this numbers template directly, and when students click on it to preview, they have the ability to open up their own copy in numbers. At the end of the unit, they can then turn these completed notes into me through our LMS or through a digital portfolio created in Freeform. All I would need for that would be their link. For the rest of the unit, I would do much the same, adding links to YouTube videos, Keynote templates, PDF images, and so much more. Even cooler, at the end of the unit, I can link students to our unit project choice board, also made in Freeform. Now, it's important to note that for my own class, these resources and activities would not be everything we'd use or do throughout the unit, just an easy access point for the digital resources my students need. You can, of course, add as much or as little as needed when building a workflow platform like this to meet you and your classroom's needs. To take it a step further, I could even add a seating chart, bell ringer section, a place to use as a whiteboard, a daily agenda, and so much more, all from the same Freeform file. What I absolutely love about Freeform is that it provides so much room for creativity, organization, and management of a classroom's workflow. In the past, while I would have to hunt for all of these different resources in various places or worry about my students having to go through so many different steps to access and open them all easily, with Freeform, I can create kind of a one-stop shop for all of us to make use of pretty easily. There are so many different ways that Freeform could be used by teachers and students, from a way to manage workflow, to using it as a digital portfolio, or even a place to curate content gathered in professional development sessions. The possibilities for this new app are seemingly endless, and I'm so excited to keep exploring it.